cafe. Anyway.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I can't believe I'm actually doing this podcast earlier today than I usually do. Usually later in the day. But the show is called
Mike's Daily Podcast.
At Cafe Anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley, the last place on earth. And it's Mike Matthews, and I hate when I get to a rhyme where I have to rhyme something with earth, because there's really only a couple ones. Birth, girth, yurt, and then that's pretty much, you're done with those rhymes. Hey, summer begins today. It's the summer solstice.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
The longest amount of sunlight in the year. Oh, this was like my mom's favorite day of the year. And I will always remember her on summer solstice.
Podcast.
But today,
Yeah.
aside from trying to avoid getting skin cancer, because you got more sun to do that with. So yes, definitely it should be sunscreen day as well. Get lots of sunscreen on. 50 SPF por favor. It's also National Selfie Day for those of you who really love taking pictures of yourselves and making faces that you don't naturally have. I'll do something weird with my lips as I take this picture. And I'll get it from just the right angle that I think I look the best with. It's National Daylight Appreciation Day, which makes sense for those of us who really enjoy the sun. And National Smoothie Day today. What? That's what I'm having right now. That's right. Somebody once said to me, why would you want to eat a smoothie? Just eat all the parts, the fruit you would put in the smoothie. Why do you got to blend it all up and make it into a drink? That makes no sense. Well, we can just go ahead and disagree on that. And World Giraffe Day. Love the giraffes with their amazing eyelids. Is it the eyebrows that they have? These beautiful eyes. Giraffes. Okay.
And here's today's podcast picture.
Is a lovely sunset from this past weekend in Podcastro Valley. See it and all the other fantastic podcast pictures yours truly has shared over the years at my website, MikesDailyPodcast.com, because, well, I pay for it. Did you know that the Apple iPhone update allows you to create a digital voice that sounds like you? I'm not quite sure exactly what that means. The late great Basil the Boxer. It would be awesome to make a digital voice that sounds like the late great Basil the Boxer. His spirit is always with us as we go through the world barking at things, running around with a big smile on his face. He always had a big smile. Well, it's called live speech, by the way. It requires the user to record 15 minutes of audio, and then they're able to pull it from that. And the Google Cloud has launched AI-powered tools to accelerate drug discovery and advance precision medicine. I have not tried their Bard yet. I can't, if I do a Google search, I don't see Bard pop up. Like if you do a Bing search, the AI, they have the Chat GPT thing just pops up everywhere you go.
The Fascinating Material Project.
Earlier this year, consumers were having a big, difficult time with inflation. Consumers barely kept up. In April, retail sales increased, but they fell short of expectations. Consumers have been running up higher debts to deal with the high inflation. And the debt has total debt rose above 17%, $17 trillion, that is, in the first quarter, as higher rates pushed up borrowing costs for items such as mortgages and credit cards, the biggest offenders.
You will travel into the incredible universe.
And consumers are pulling back on spending. Retail sales are not adjusted for inflation, so the key takeaway from the report is that total retail sales were up in April due to primary price increases and not as much to increase demand. Shoppers are putting a greater share of their spending toward experiences, and we've been hearing about that over and over again. People want to try things like go to a Taylor Swift concert, which they will forget. But they were there for the experience, but somehow they forgot the whole thing. Taylor amnesia. But people want to, travel. They want to dine out. I want to travel. Here I am in my 50s. I want to travel. I've not traveled anywhere. I've not gone anywhere. I'm taking a whole week off in July just so I can get out and go around and check out stuff and go, wow. Because I already live in one of the coolest places on the planet, California. Say what you will about our government. Oh, I was talking to somebody, a friend of mine from North Carolina, and he's got to go on his whole, California, the communist nation of California, har, 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 har. It's like, okay, have fun with that. But that's how they see us, the rest of the country, the redder parts of the country. But yes, it is the weather today, for example, is absolutely unbelievable. And it's going to be great tomorrow. We're not getting the super hot 90s yet. Here it is, the summer solstice. Got all this sunlight and beautiful weather to enjoy it with. But we're inside a cafe anyway. But we got lots of windows here, so we're enjoying it. But we'll be outside in just a second.
The front panel will close automatically. Please remain seated.
Well, we're apparently spending less on physical items, which is a reversal of pandemic-era trends, with less traveling and more spending on physical items. Last year, markdowns were a necessary evil to get rid of excess inventory. Now, discounting is a way to sustain demand when people are reluctant to shop and get out there and buy things. Retail names that will look attractive to shoppers as we go outside a cafe anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, the last place on earth.
Anyway,
the retail names that look attractive to shoppers include Walmart, Dollar General, Target, even though they're getting hit with all this crime, shoplifting. Also Costco, very big, and AutoZone. Yes, AutoZone. Why not O'Reilly's? I don't know, but... And speaking of Target, they are letting parents return entire wardrobes of kids' clothing. What? And some parents have taken advantage of Target's apparent version of the infinite money glitch to save money. So if you're buying clothes for your kids, there's a 1-year warranty that Target offers if your kid outgrows the clothes, whether it's, I guess it's called Cat and Jack. If they outgrow the clothes, whether it's stained, ripped, whatever, they will refund you. Doesn't Costco have a similar thing? TikTok content creators love this and have uploaded similar refund journeys in which they test out the company's policy for themselves. Some workers are processing $300 to $400. Returns without proof of purchase are capped at $100 per year per customer.
Magnification.
But this California worker said many people were disappointed by the value of their returns, which tended to be smaller than they expected due to discounts on the prices they paid. That came from Rob Black. I produce his podcast called The Rob Black Show. Also known as Rob Black and Your Money, but you can find the podcast as Rob Black Show.
Magnification.
Outside a cafe anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley. Look who is here right now. I'm so excited. Hello, Mike Matthews. It's Chely Shoehart, gift shop supervisor. I still have a lot of gifts. I still have a lot of... Mike Matthews? Yes, Chely, go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm a little shy today, Mike Matthews. That's all right, go on. You're talking about something? Yeah, in the gift shop, I still have a lot of snow globes, Mike Matthews. Snow globes, do you have any that when you shake it and you see all the snow falling and you see a little sleigh in the snow globe, and when you do that, you say Rosebud? Do you have anything like that? Sure, Mike Matthews, come on in. All right, maybe in a minute. Give me a second. Look who else is here. Hello, Mike. This is Floyd the Floorman. And this is John Deere, the engineer. Mike, high school students are doing podcasts. Yes, that's what I gathered from listening to NPR yesterday. Apparently, they're doing this podcast contest with all these high school students. And of course, the one that's going to win is going to be the one that's the most diverse, with the most controversial but socially aware topic. And I guess they're going to announce the awards. I don't know what the winner is. Probably a job at NPR, because that's what they look for. So high school students doing that. I don't know of any high school students doing a regular podcast like I am doing. At least a weekly podcast. A lot of them start, they go, oh, that's going to be so cool. All my friends talking. Ha ha ha. We'll cuss a lot. We'll do a lot of talk about games. Maybe we'll try to rap. Back when I was a kid, it was, hey, how well can we imitate Bob and Doug? Was it Bob and Doug McKenzie? The McKenzie brothers that did the on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a beer. You sometimes hear that around Christmas time. Well, good luck to you if you are doing a podcast and you would like to tell me about your podcast. Let me know. 510-228-4640 is my number. 510-228-4640. And with more ways to reach me on this short podcast today, it is a frame.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com.
Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com.
See you tomorrow. Bye!